Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And AT&T again is pushing the boundaries with their FirstNet deployment. So this time it's happening in Delaware. The FirstNet network is expanding and they're boosting the capabilities such as capacity, better reliability, and of course, a larger network. So as T-Mobile is trying to figure out the entire merger situation, I've been following. There's people are saying there's some lying going on. I don't know. I wanna see how it develops over the next few days. There is a report apparently that is falsified, according to the CEO of T-Mobile. I don't know. I'd have to look further into it. Maybe T-Mobile releases another statement. I just want to wait before saying something that may not end up being true at all, or it may be behind closed doors tweaked and then something else comes out of it. But while T-Mobile is trying to figure all that out, the integration, how much money they can actually spend, can they actually uphold any of the timelines that they agreed upon with the states, AT&T and Verizon are going to keep working. They're not concerned. They're not worried about it. They're just going to continue with their own network plans. AT&T is going to deliver the FirstNet rollout, not only because it benefits the consumers, which is good and most important, but it also benefits them because they get a reimbursement from the government every time they hit a certain percentage of a goal that was agreed upon. So let's say 20%, 30%, 50%. Every time they hit one of the milestones, they get a reimbursement payment from the government. So of course, AT&T is trying to do this as quickly and of course as efficiently to get this done and over with so they can get the reimbursements from the government. Again, I'm not stating that they are, bigger, better, larger network than Verizon, but I'm saying both of the bigger two, they are continuing to work with their own plans and strategies that they have planned this entire time. We clearly know Verizon's strategy. They already have a large network, so they're still perfecting that coverage. But their main plan, millimeter wave, we're seeing repeaters now being included in the network. The millimeter wave reaching much further than originally anticipated in terms of the propagation. Now, penetration is still going to be a bit iffy, but as Verizon invests more in the network and we get the repeaters going, we may even see millimeter wave indoors. Maybe not deep indoors, but if there's a window nearby or you're sitting in a coffee shop, you may be able to connect to a millimeter wave connection using the repeater or the beamforming that's going to come with the millimeter wave. That's going to push it even further than what we have originally seen. So that's just what I wanted to say. Of course, this is big for AT&T. I will leave the link to this article in the description down below so you guys can check it out. But again, AT&T is really pushing on the network side. I know they're still smaller. They're still behind roughly about 400,000 square miles or so against the bigger competitor in Verizon. But they are pushing. And this is, so to speak, their main priority kind of right now. So Verizon's priority is not necessarily as much focused on the coverage expansion anymore as it used to be. They're still doing it, don't get me wrong, but it's not a huge priority anymore because their priority has shifted towards 5G millimeter wave, getting the DSS technology out there. So that's coming. That's being focused on. That's where the money's going. AT&T's money is kind of going towards the coverage expansion. AT&T doesn't necessarily have a clear plan on how they're going to approach this because the coverage expansion is still taking priority. So AT&T's kind of doing a little bit of everything. There isn't necessarily a clear strategy for them. They're doing a little bit of low band. They're throwing in some millimeter wave. They're throwing in some DSS. So, excuse me, it's not clear cut with them. But I think eventually, as they start deploying more of that low band, they have on average around 50, 70 megahertz of low band. Their coverage is going to get better. The penetration is getting better. The density is coming with the small cells, the C-RAN. They have some gaps where they need to fill in macros. AT&T does know that. The investment is coming. Are they a bit behind on that? Should they have done that maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago? Yes. With Verizon, it started in 2017. It really didn't slow down. They were pushing heavy on density. They've accomplished a lot of the density that they set out. They need more because of the CBRS, the C-band. You have to have a dense grid to make that spectrum work, and for you to be utilizing the mid-band 80 to 90% of the times. That's where the speed is. That's where the experience for the customer lies. It's a much better experience connecting to the mid-band. So Verizon is working on that densification. AT&T's network, it's not really on the large part. I know there are some areas like a Philadelphia, and maybe a Phoenix or even in New York where, okay, you could say, yeah, it's ready. But if you look across a large part of their network, they don't really have the densification. There's still a lot of tower spacing issues with AT&T. They never really built beyond the HSPA footprint that they just laid over with low band and then slapped on the mid band. Once they start getting that under control, and they'll utilize a little bit of macros, maybe not as much as Verizon, but they'll instead push out some of the more small cells and C-RANs to fill in those coverage, not coverage gaps, but density gaps that'll be needed very big time to really keep customers on that mid-band layer where the speed is, and then also it'll improve the upload as well, and indoor penetration will be improved as well with this investment. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Have you seen big improvements in AT&T's coverage? I've recently seen a lot of people say they're going to try AT&T. It seems there's renewed focus with AT&T. A lot of people are liking the HBO Max feature, although there are reports out now that new subscribers are no longer able to sign up with the AT&T Watch TV, which in my opinion, for $15 as an additional add-on, it's not bad. Of course, we wish it would be free still, but I mean, you're not going to give away your entire streaming portfolio for free within HBO Max and Watch TV, so you got to pay for either one of them. But I think it's a step in the right direction. Still a lot of work to do for AT&T in the future. But again, check out this article. I will leave it in the description down below. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you have been on the channel, you can go ahead and end the video now. But if you are new, make sure you hit the notification bell so you are notified through YouTube's. And then also follow the Twitter. I do post the videos on Twitter because at times YouTube does drop the ball on pushing out the notifications. So as I am able to push the videos onto the Twitter, make sure you also push notifications on Twitter, and then I will be able to put them on there, and you'll have access to 2 options on getting notified when I do the videos. And this is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.